feeling that role fitting into it? How do you see the defense respond?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think as it's part of our job description as safeties. We have to communicate. The quarterback's in defense, so it's on us basically to make sure everybody's on the same page. And if it's not, there's really only two people in that safety. So stuff like that goes awry. I mean, it's on us, but I like that responsibility. It puts me in that leadership role, like you said, but I think it's on everybody in the room to really be in the playbook, understand what we're supposed to be doing, so we can understand how to be.
How's the first
Hey, Raider Nation. What's good, Silver and Black Faithful? Buckle up, because the Las Vegas Raiders are charging into the 2025 season, and the vibes at training camp are absolutely electric. We're diving deep into the latest from Henderson, Nevada, where our boys are grinding at the Intermountain Health Performance Center. From Isaiah Polamau's fiery post-practice energy to Max Crosby's leadership glow-up under Coach Pete Carroll, we've got the scoop that'll make your heart race. Ready to feel the pulse of the Raiders' 2025 journey? Let's talk about why this season could be the one where we shock the NFL. Picture this. It's day 3 of the 2025 training camp, and the desert sun is blazing, but our Raiders are hotter. The team's got a new swagger with Geno Smith locked in as QB1, and the defense, led by stars like Max Crosby and Isaiah Polamau, is hungry to dominate. Today, we're zeroing in on Polamau's post-practice presser and Crosby's leadership vibes, straight from the heart of camp. Why does this matter? Because the Raiders are rebuilding a culture of excellence, and these guys are the torchbearers. So what's the word from the field? Stick with me, Raider Nation, as we break it all down. You're probably wondering, what's got the locker room buzzing? Well, Isaiah Polamau, our hard-hitting safety, just dropped some serious energy after Sunday's practice. The dude's out there embodying the silver and black spirit, talking defense, mindset, and the grind under Coach Pete Carroll's new regime. And then there's Max Crosby, our defensive end beast, who's not just wrecking shop, but also stepping up as the vocal leader this team needs. What did they say? And how's it setting the tone for 2025? Let's dive into the first scene and unpack the fire they're bringing. Oh, and before we jump in, drop a comment below. What's your bold prediction for the Raiders this season? Are we making the playoffs? Or are you dreaming of Super Bowl run? Let's get that Raider Nation energy flowing in the comments. Raider Nation, let's start with the man of the hour, Isaiah Polamau. This guy's a straight-up dog, and his post-practice presser on July 27, 2025, had us all hyped. Polamau hit the mic after a grueling session at the Intermountain Health Performance Center, and you could feel the intensity dripping from every word. He's talking about the defense's mindset, the brotherhood in the locker room, and how Coach Pete Carroll's energy is contagious. This isn't just talk. This is the kind of fire that could turn our defense into a brick wall this season. Polamau's been a rising star for the Raiders, and in 2025, he's ready to take that next step. Last season, he logged 65 tackles and 2 interceptions, proving he's got the instincts to lock down the secondary. On Sunday, he spoke about how the defense is gelling under defensive coordinator Patrick Graham, who's got a scheme that's all about aggression and takeaways. Polamau said, "We're out here flying around, setting a standard. It's about effort, execution, and making plays when it counts." Can you feel the hype? This guy's ready to make quarterbacks regret throwing his way. What got me pumped is how Polamau's tying it all together with Coach Carroll's vision. At 73 years young, Carroll's bringing that Super Bowl winning swagger from Seattle, and Polamau's eating it up. He mentioned how the team's embracing a next man up mentality, especially after some roster shakeups. Yeah, we'll get to that Christian Wilkins drama later. The question is, can Polamau and the secondary step up to shut down the AFC West big dogs like Patrick Mahomes? I'm betting yes, but what do you think, Raider Nation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This scene's just the beginning, folks. Polamau's energy is a sign of what's coming. A defense that's fast, physical, and ready to make a statement. But hold up, because Max Crosby's got something to say too, and it's giving us all the feels. Let's roll into the next scene and see how our defensive end is leading the charge. Raider Nation, let's talk about the heart and soul of this defense. Max Crosby. This man's a certified game wrecker, and his presser after day 3 of training camp was pure gold. Crosby's not just out here chasing quarterbacks. He's stepping into a leadership role that's got Coach Pete Carroll nodding in approval. When he spoke on July 27th, 2025, you could hear the passion in his voice as he talked about carrying Carroll's message and pushing the team to new heights. This is the Max Crosby we've been waiting to see. Crosby's been a beast since day one, racking up 12.5 sacks in 2024 despite the team's struggles. But now, under Carroll's guidance, he's leveling up. He said, "Being a leader is who I am. I'm pushing myself as hard as I push my teammates." Coach Carroll's done this at the highest level. National championships, Super Bowl. I'm soaking up everything I can from him. That's the kind of mindset that could make our defense elite. Crosby's not just talking the talk. He's walking it, demanding excellence from everyone around him. What's wild is how Crosby's connecting with Carroll's legacy. He name-dropped legends like Marshawn Lynch and Richard Sherman, guys who thrived under Carroll in Seattle. Crosby's like, "Those dudes speak so highly of him, and now I see why." It's no secret the Raiders have had rough years, but with Crosby leading the charge and Carroll's proven system, there's a real chance we flip the script in 2025. Can you imagine Crosby mentoring young guns like Tyree Wilson and Jonah Laulu to create a pass rush nightmare? I'm getting chills just thinking about it. So Raider Nation, what's the vibe? Is Crosby the key to turning this defense into a top 5 unit? And how about that nod to his high school days, clowning his old rival? Drop a comment with your favorite Max Crosby moment. Let's keep this energy rolling as we head into the next scene. All right, Raider Nation, let's talk about the man steering the ship. Head coach Pete Carroll. At 73, this guy's got more energy than half the roster, and he's bringing that championship pedigree to Las Vegas. On July 26th, 2025, the day before camp's third practice, Carroll laid out his expectations. "I've been winning 10 games a year for 20 years. We're going to win a bunch, and I don't care who hears that." That's the kind of confidence that's got the whole team buzzing, and you can feel it in every drill at training camp. Carroll's track record speaks for itself. Super Bowl champ with the Seahawks, national titles at USC. Now, he's in Vegas with a chip on his shoulder, ready to turn the Raiders into contenders. Players like Polamau and Crosby are drinking the Kool-Aid, talking about how Carroll's "always compete" mantra is reshaping the culture. Center Jackson Powers Johnson said it best. Coach stepped in, and it's like he's 30 years old, lifting, talking trash, and firing us up. That's the Pete Carroll effect, and it's giving Raider Nation hope for a playoff run. But it's not just hype. Carroll's making bold moves. The roster's been revamped with additions like safety Jamal Adams and linebacker Jermaine Pratt, though Pratt missed Friday's practice with a minor hamstring tweak. Carroll's also scheming with defensive coordinator Patrick Graham to unleash a 3-linebacker set featuring Landon Roberts, Devin White, and Pratt. Imagine that trio hunting QBs. But here's the big question. Can Carroll's high-energy approach translate to wins in a brutal AFC West? What do you think, Raider Nation? Drop your predictions below. The release was a shocker, especially after Wilkins showed promise early in 2024 with 2.5 sacks before his injury. Coach Carroll addressed it on July 25th, saying, "It's about the best interests of the organization. We're building a culture of commitment." Ouch, that's a bold statement. The move opens the door for young defensive tackles like Jonah Laulu, Tonka Hemingway, and JJ Pegues to step up, and Max Crosby's already hyping Laulu's potential. But let's be real, losing a talent like Wilkins stings, and fans are split. Is this a genius reset or a risky gamble? On the flip side, the Raiders didn't waste time, claiming veteran DT Keandre Coburn off waivers from the Titans on July 25th. Coburn's got 14 tackles from 2024 and brings some depth, but he's no Wilkins. The team's betting on youth and hunger to fill the gap, with Carroll emphasizing, "We're giving opportunities to guys who are all in." Raider Nation, what's your take? Are we better off with fresh blood, or do we just let a star slip away? Hit the comments and let's debate this one. This drama's just one piece of the puzzle. The Raiders are rebuilding, and with Geno Smith slinging passes to Jacoby Myers and rookies like Brock Bowers and Donnie Thornton Jr. making waves, there's plenty to be excited about. Let's wrap this up with a look at what's next for our silver and black. Raider Nation, We've covered the fire from Polamau, Crosby's leadership, Carroll swagger, and the Wilkins bombshell. But where do the Las Vegas Raiders go from here? Training camps in full swing, and the 2025 season is creeping closer, with the first preseason game against the Seahawks looming in August. Geno Smith's locked in as QB1, and his chemistry with Jacoby Myers is looking like a cheat code. Myers, coming off a 1,000-yard season, caught a deep ball in practice that had fans buzzing. Are we witnessing the birth of a dynamic offense? The defense, even without Wilkins, is stacked with potential. Tyree Wilson's bulking up for his second year, and rookies like J.J. Piguet are getting first-team reps. Add in veterans like Crosby and safety Jeremy Chin, and Patrick Graham's got a squad that could terrorize the AFC. But the real test comes in September, when the regular season kicks off. With a tough schedule featuring Mahomes, Herbert, and Burrow, the Raiders need to be firing on all cylinders. What's your dream matchup for Week 1, Raider Nation? Let me know below. Coach Carroll's got his eyes on at least 10 wins, and with the energy at camp, it's hard not to believe. Rookies like Ashton Jeanty and Donnie Thornton Jr. are turning heads, and the offensive line, anchored by Colton Miller, is ready to protect Geno and pave the way for the run game. But here's the million-dollar question. Can this team gel in time to make a playoff push? The AFC West is a gauntlet, but if anyone can rally this squad, it's Pete Carroll and his always compete mantra. Raider Nation, this is our time. The 2025 Las Vegas Raiders are building something special, and we're just getting started. Smash that like button if you're hyped for the season. Drop a comment with your bold predictions, and subscribe to the channel for more Raiders news and updates. Share this video with your fellow fans, because the silver and black are back, and we're coming for all. Until next time, let's keep that Raider Nation pride alive. Just win, baby.